What's up, you guys? Eddie at Fliptroniks. We're going to be comparing the LG G8 ThinQ versus the iPhone XR. Alright, so to be honest with everybody, I think this would be a hard pick if you were deciding to go with either of these phones. They are very close. I'm going to cover some of the specs. We're going to do a loudness test, a gaming test, and if you have any questions about either of these phones, feel free to message me below in the comments. Alright, so the G8 over here, it's got a beautiful 6.1-inch OLED display. Watching video on it's awesome. It's got good loudness to it. The iPhone XR over here has got a 6.1-inch LCD display. So you've got LCD versus OLED, a price point on the XR, which is going to be $750 versus around $800 for the G8. So, that's pretty tricky. Do you go with an OLED display or do you go with the LCD? Because, the iPhone XR is still a really slick phone. The LG's got Gorilla Glass on both the front and back of it, and then you've got pretty much like an all glass and aluminum design here on the iPhone XR. So the iPhone XR is also going to be more fragile. If you drop it on the first drop, it's likely going to break. With the G8 over here, it could break on the first drop, but Gorilla Glass, it holds up well against, scratches and scuffs and even drops most of the time. Okay, as far as processors, you got the Apple A12 chip here, and then you've got the Snapdragon 855 processor in the LG. Camera-wise, you're looking at a 12 megapixel back camera on the XR, and then you've got a 16 megapixel on the LG, 7 megapixels on the selfie camera for the XR, and then 8 megapixels over here for the selfie on the LG. And battery life for both phones, they're very close to each other. I mean, I wouldn't say one's significantly better than the other, but they're pretty close. Color-wise, obviously you have all of those different color options with the XR, and then you've got a few different colors with the LG. Okay, anyways, let's get into, throwing a couple games up here. I'm going to kick things off here with Nova Legacy, then we're going to do some F1 Mobile, let's get into it. Now, both phones are pretty much blasted to the highest volume setting, so that's what you're going to be hearing as we're getting into this. And hope you guys enjoy this comparison. Like I said, this is hard between both these phones. I'm not sure which one I would go with, honestly. I mean, like I said, it's just very close. All right, so I guess we'll kick things off here with the XR and then make our way back down here to the LG. All right, so this game's awesome, by the way. I have been playing it quite a bit recently. It's just a fun game. It's got a great campaign on it, as well as the multiplayer is really good too. Might as well load them both up. Alright, cool. Now let's check out the LG down here. I gotta say though, I think the display down here on the LG just looks fantastic. I think it's definitely just looking really good. right, so just on this first game, I could tell you that I definitely am probably just going to prefer the OLED display on here on the LG, but the 10R, honestly, I think it's a louder phone. So that is our first game we're checking out. I want to load up F1 Mobile. Like I said, I was going to do 2 different games on here for this comparison, and let's load it up. I'm not sure. We'll see which one I'm going to go with first. Really just depends on what happens here. But, you know, like I said, these 2 phones, it's really close. You know, for me, like if I was choosing between each, you know, either one of them, I'm really not sure what I would get, honestly. I mean, you know, since they're both right around the same price point too. All right, I guess we'll start with the 10R and then we'll come back down to the LG. You know, this game's awesome, by the way. You know, I've done a lot of different you know, gameplay with it lately on the channel. It's just one of my favorite racing games right now, so. I got that nice first place right there. All right, so we're gonna bring things down now to the G8. You know, hopefully get a first place down here as well. it was definitely a little bit sloppy, but I still managed to get first. Okay, anyways, you know, I like both these phones quite a bit. You know, like I said, it would be tough for me to decide, hey, am I going to go with the G8 because it's got an OLED display, or should I go with the iPhone XR because, you know, I love iPhones. I mean, it's really, it's a tough call. But anyways, I'll have links down there if you want to check either of these phones out, like the latest prices for them on Amazon. If you have any questions or you want to comment about this, you know, comparison, hit me up in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you all later.